Join me and the dogs as we go exploring some ancient ruins of the Hohokam. The Hohokam were an ancient Native American culture that thrived in the harsh deserts of Arizona for over 1,000 years, from around 200 to 1450 AD. They're best known for their incredible canal systems, which brought water from rivers to their fields, allowing them to grow crops like corn, beans, and cotton. Stick with me as we uncover more about the Hohokam's world. These ruins aren't just remnants of the past. They're a testament to human ingenuity and the deep connection between people and the land. See if I can get around that brush. You may want to turn up your speakers to get the full effect of this. So that around here is what we call Arizona pinstriping. That is exactly how I can tell my truck from other people's trucks, because each Arizona pinstripe is unique to each truck. If you are interested in Arizona pinstriping, you can go to www.arizonapinstriping.com.org.net and we'll try to get back right at you. These are traces of everyday life. Their pottery, often decorated with intricate red-on-buff designs, wasn't just functional, but a form of art and storytelling. The Hohokam were also connected to a vast trade network. They traded with other cultures as far away as Mesoamerica, bringing in exotic items like turquoise, seashells, and even macaw feathers. Can you imagine how alive this place must have been with activity, with people exchanging goods and ideas? What's especially remarkable is how the Hohokam adapted to their environment. But their disappearance around the mid-1400s remains a mystery. Was it climate change, resource depletion, or something else? As I get up into this ruin, it's pretty obvious that there was a fire up here. Like the saguaro is totally scorched. I have a feeling that this started probably with a lightning strike. It was the only thing that I could think of why this fire would be up here. It burned probably about, I don't know, I'd say a good fifth of the ruin. As I'm walking around admiring the structure, I'm noticing that there is not a whole lot of lithic scatter or a lot of pottery. There's a little bit here and there, but it doesn't seem that this was as occupied as some of the other ones where there's pottery everywhere. Right here, I'm finding half of what we call a metate. And the Hohokam used metates as grinding stones for processing food, and particularly grinding mesquite pods, corn, seeds, and other plants into flour or meal. A metate consists of a flat or slightly concave stone slab, and it is paired with a handheld grinding stone called a mono. The stone selection was usually basalt or andesite, and that was chosen for their hardness and coarse textures to facilitate grinding. Food materials were ground with a back and forth motion of the mono against the metate's surface. Before we leave, I'm pretty sure that there's got to be some rock art down below on those cliffs. So we're going to walk down and around and check those cliffs, see what's down there. Indeed, we have some rock art. The Hohokam people left behind thousands of petroglyphs, rock carvings that still tell their story today. But how do they make them? First, they chose dark, desert varnished rocks, usually basalt, found in rugged landscapes of the Southwest. Over time, these rocks developed a dark patina from oxidation and microbial activity, creating the perfect canvas. To carve their designs, the Hohokam used stone tools like hammerstone to peck at the surface, chipping away the dark outer layer to reveal the lighter rock underneath. They would scrape or grind areas for smoother lines, and they would scratch finer details into the stone with sharper stone tools. Their designs include spirals, human figures, animals, and geometric patterns. And while we may never know their exact meaning, many believe these carvings were used for ceremonial, spiritual, or territorial purposes. Well, it's getting late, and as we wrap up this adventure, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible Hohokam people. For over 1,000 years, they thrived in the harsh Arizona desert, transforming the landscape with one of the most advanced irrigation systems in the ancient world. They built vast canal networks, cultivated crops in the unforgiving terrain, and created vibrant communities centered around trade, artistry, and spiritual traditions. Their petroglyphs, etched into stone, are a lasting testament to their beliefs, stories, and a way of life. Though their civilization eventually faded, their influence still lives on in the traditions of the modern Native American groups like the Akimel Uadam and Tohono Uadam. Exploring these ancient sites reminds us how much history is hidden in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered. If you enjoyed this journey, be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more adventures like this into the forgotten past.